Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to a second video, second part to the Lakeview Zoological Park series. In this episode, I build a zebra paddock, very small. To be honest, I probably should have made it a little bit bigger. And I build two more aviaries, two more larger aviaries, I should say, in terms of width, and I build a little bit of a picnic area, so that's cool. So starting off with the zebra paddock, so my idea with this, a common thing, at least small zoos around here, is, when I said, initially I wanted this to be only, native North American animals, that's kind of a lie. You see, small zoos are it's not uncommon to see, zebras and other, animals you would find in, the exotic pet trade here. And, some of my European internet friends would agree that the American exotic animal trade is kind of crazy. You can buy a couple of zebras for, I don't know, it's probably not cheap, but, it's definitely not uncommon to be found. So I think it was pretty normal. I wanted to get in my head, I thought 2 mares would be a relatively normal number because they are herd animals, and for the space that I feel like a real zoo would permit. Yeah. The only thing I would change about this is I would make it a little bit longer. If I'd thought about it a little bit more, I probably would have moved it. And what I might end up doing is I think I'm gonna end up at some point off camera, I'm gonna move the aviaries, which you'll see later, move them a little bit and just expand the paddock because, in the game, the animals, they don't because I do end up spawning some zebras in, and they're not happy with the space requirements, although the game is always on pause anyway, so it's not like it matters. So I just might widen it a little bit more in the future. I'm not sure what point the video is at because I'm doing this voiceover when I'm not even looking at the thing. At this point, I'm just going to assume we've moved on from that and we're on the aviaries, or maybe we're on the picnic area. So, aviaries, I copied and pasted the building I initially made for the first 2 small aviaries that we built last episode. And then I made a sort of walkway down the side. Very simple design. Moving on to the picnic area. Now, this, I've begun to, I guess, close. It's very open at the moment because there is no foliage, which is why I kind of wanted to get a picnic area set in stone, which I didn't use any fences to kind of cut it off. I just used some logs. I don't know if that's a thing they do really in Europe, but in the US, it's just a common theme. If you're trying to make anything give the idea or feeling of it being closed in, we just put logs there. I don't know, it's something weird we do. Maybe I'll put an image on the screen, but anyways, so yeah, that's just a thing. Stumps into the ground, what am I saying? Yeah, so we did that, or I did that. And this zoo is so small that I would not, in real life, a zoo of this size, I wouldn't think it to be I wouldn't expect it to actively serve food. It's just that small. So, if the zoo is doing events, it's a free entrance day or something, or maybe they're hosting a fundraiser or something, maybe there'd be somebody grilling brats or something in one of the buildings, so that way, or maybe a birthday party or something, the building would be able to be accessed by said people who would want to use it, but that way, guests could bring in a picnic if they wanted to and just picnic. Although carry-ins really aren't that common, I don't think. Anyways, I also added a bathroom. That's something I think definitely needed to be added. And because of how Planet Zoo works, I can't just I couldn't place the benches down without making a path, which, I'm not gonna lie, it really annoyed me, but it's fine. I'll get over it. It's not that noticeable, but it annoys me nonetheless. So yeah, that was that. Just putting more foliage around and trying to really, like, close it off, I guess. Not make it feel so open, because, you know, the zoo is supposed to be the eastern United States, which is pretty heavily forested in some states, depending where you go. So, yeah. That's the look I was going for. I think the video ends around here. I hope it does. If it doesn't, I'm just going to finish off the time lapse, and hope you enjoy.